How a narcissistic woman destroys empathic men. You know what's tragic? It's not when a narcissistic woman leaves an empathic man, it's when she meets him. Because from that moment, something dangerous begins. You see, an empathic man is pure emotional oxygen. He feels deeply, loves sincerely, and sees the good in everyone, even in those who don't deserve it. And when a narcissistic woman crosses his path, she recognizes that light immediately. To her, he's not a partner. He's a source of energy, admiration, and healing she's never been able to give herself. But she doesn't see his empathy as beauty. She sees it as an opportunity. She thinks, here's someone I can mold, someone I can drain, someone who will never stop forgiving me. And that's exactly how the destruction begins. At first, she plays the perfect woman, the one who understands him, mirrors his dreams, matches his energy, and makes him feel like he finally found his soulmate. She studies his weaknesses the way a predator studies its prey, not out of love, but out of strategy. She becomes everything he ever wanted because she knows how to fake depth. She listens to his trauma not to heal it, but to use it later. She gives him the illusion of connection so strong, he starts to believe destiny brought her into his life. And that's when she's got him, hooked not on who she is, but on who she pretends to be. Slowly, she starts the emotional erosion. It's never obvious at first. One day, she withdraws affection without explanation. The next, she criticizes him subtly. His tone, his choices, his way of loving her. She makes him question his instincts, his emotions, his sanity. Every time he tries to express hurt, she flips the script. You're too sensitive. You're imagining things. You're overreacting. And because he's empathetic, he doubts himself before he doubts her. He starts apologizing for things he didn't do, trying to earn back the warmth she once gave freely. That's the trap. He keeps chasing the woman she pretended to be, not realizing she never existed. A narcissistic woman feeds on emotional chaos. She thrives when the empath starts losing balance. She needs to be admired, pitied, and feared, all at the same time. So she alternates between the roles. The victim, the seductress, the martyr, the villain. One moment she'll say, "You're the only one who truly understands me." The next she'll say, "You've changed. You're cold. You don't love me anymore." And the empath, desperate to prove his love, bends over backward to make things right. But the truth is, he can't because she doesn't want peace. She wants power, and his empathy gives her exactly that. He starts to shrink. His laughter fades. His confidence dissolves. The man who once brought light into every room now walks on eggshells in his own home. He begins to believe he's the problem. He overthinks every word, every silence, every sigh. And the more he tries to fix things, the more she punishes him emotionally. She'll withdraw, ignore him for days, or flirt with others just to test his reaction. And when he finally breaks, she'll look at him with that cold, satisfied smile, as if saying, "See? You're not so perfect after all." She destroys him not by hating him, but by making him hate himself. But here's the part she never expects. An empath can endure a lot, but once he wakes up, there's no going back. The moment he realizes that her love was conditional, her affection transactional, and her words manipulative, something inside him snaps. Not in anger, but in clarity. He starts to see every lie she told as a mirror of her own emptiness. He stops explaining himself, stops apologizing, stops chasing the ghost of who she once pretended to be. And to a narcissistic woman, that's the ultimate betrayal, because indifference kills her more than hate ever could. When he finally leaves, she doesn't mourn him. She mourns the control she lost. She'll rewrite the story, play the victim to others, and try to provoke him from afar. She wants to know he still feels something, even pain. But he's already changed. Because through the destruction she caused, he learned the hardest lesson of all. Empathy without boundaries is self-destruction. And though he walks away wounded, he also walks away wiser, understanding that not everyone deserves his light, and not every broken soul wants to be healed. And maybe that's the quiet revenge of the empath. He doesn't fight back, doesn't expose her, doesn't seek closure. He simply rebuilds himself piece by piece, without her name in his story anymore. Because in the end, the narcissistic woman doesn't destroy him permanently. She only destroys the version of him that believed love meant saving someone who kept drowning him. And when that version dies, the real man finally comes alive.
Looks like you forgot, once again, how powerful you are.